Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, I got a post here from Bank Social and they say, introducing Bank Social Substrate, the governed intelligence layer inside Neuron, transforming institutional data into auditable real-time decisions across payments, fraud, onboarding and wealth. Okay, big stuff. So we've also here got Brazil Assets who's just commented on this, and they've said, Bank Social just dropped the nuclear bomb that the entire banking world has been waiting for. $BSL just launched Substrate, a Google Cloud powered governed AI data. This might be the biggest quiet launch of 2026. Buckle up. Built with Google Cloud and Vertex AI. Okay, very, very big stuff here. So as we know, banks and every company that can start to utilize AI in a beneficial way are doing it. I can see in where I work too, like they're implementing AI as and where they can. Like all companies are doing this. This is just something that obviously where they can start using AI to help benefit them and make work easier and potentially replace people. They're looking to do this, right? Because it's going to make life easier for them and it's going to make it a lot cheaper to run their business, right? At the end of the day, you've got to think of when you've got an AI system that's doing the work for you. They haven't got to have employment rights. They haven't got to be paid regularly. They're not going to be off sick. They're not going to have anything where they can say, I need special requirements for certain needs that I have. Like, you're not going to have any of that, right? They don't have days off. It's just a thing of this machine just does everything that they need it to do, and there's no complaints. So, of course, this is going to make life much better for them in the long run. So, it doesn't surprise me to see this. It's powerful though, because you're now starting to see it coming into the banking sector, which obviously is a huge industry within the financial landscape. So, to start seeing this being implemented now, yeah, I definitely think this is something that's a big deal, to be honest with you guys. Also being done on the Google Cloud. We know that Google is a member on the council, on the Hedera Council. So again, this could be them trying to, get more implementation and use case ideas for Hedera. And, this is where I've said to you guys before, like I know Google are, making their own layer 1, but at the end of the day, as far as I'm aware, that hasn't gone live or anything yet, and it doesn't mean that they can't still utilize Hedera for certain things, because from what I gathered from the layer 1 that Google were looking at creating, it's very different to your average blockchain. Because, for example, they weren't going to have a token that facilitates it, and also, like, the way they was going to use their blockchain was that it was kind of like a membership-based thing. So you'd have like institutions that would pay, like a monthly membership to be using the blockchain or something along those lines. So it was very different. So it might be a thing where Google uses, for example, their own layer 1 for certain things, certain specific things like institutional use and stuff like that. But it could be that Google use Hedera for other things, right? Like, you never know. So yeah, like to me, this just shows you that there is still things going on with Google and Hedera. Hedera are still working with Google and Google is still on the governing council. So that already alone says a lot. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, this is where they're going to start using Hedera and the AI technology to maybe like verify things like KYC information. Trying to help customers being able to look at like different ways that they can try and help to build up their savings and things like that. Like if they need investment advice to a degree, like, how do I invest money? And, they could maybe give them the basic stuff, which obviously would not get them into any kind of legal scrutiny, because obviously they've got to be careful of that. But yeah, like just anything that would, be beneficial for them, where they can, utilize the technology and obviously be able to help expand their services for their customers. So yeah, for me, I just think this is another one of those like cool little use cases. I definitely think as we start to go further into the, the adoption curve, especially with AI as well, I think you're going to start to see a lot more of this kind of thing. I think this will become a lot more commonplace. You'll be seeing like, AI and, Hedera or cryptos, networks, whatever, like just meshing a lot more together in the future. I think that's going to become a lot more commonplace. I've seen something recently that I have covered about agentic AI. So again, AI to be able to do certain things for you. Hedera have just recently released scheduled smart contracts as well. So that could be where you use AI to help you do, for example, like dollar cost averaging with AI robots, where the AI will be able to just buy the crypto for you and dollar cost average. So if you was to say, I want to every month take out $50 and dollar cost average that into HBAR, then the agentic AI robots can do that for you. So like, this is the kind of stuff that we're talking about here, guys, like really just getting into that AI adoption and utilizing these kind of services to make your life easier and more convenient. So yeah, this is definitely a huge thing here. And also, obviously, what we know about Hedera is the way they utilize their AI, they try to do it in a safe way, right? They're doing that work with NVIDIA, for example. They've got that use case where they're trying to make sure that, you know, that what's being used, we can see on chain where their learning language models come from, so that we can be comfortable it's coming from, you know, a secure place and it's not being fed, you know, bad information or anything like that that could be harmful. So yes, I think this is a great thing to see, and I think this is where Hedera once again kind of shines in that avenue because of the whole work that they're doing in regards to AI, trying to make sure it's safeguarded and making sure that it is, you know, it is being used in a safe way and not in a reckless way that could cause danger or misinformation to a very negative effect. So yeah, I think this is great to see, and I'll definitely keep an eye on this, and if I get anything more, I'll be sure to update you. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.